2021 Afcon champions Senegal finished top of Group D, remaining unbeaten in the group stage with convincing performances, including a 3-0 win over Botswana and a draw with DR Congo. They booked their place in the quarterfinals with a 3-1 win over Sudan in the round of 16, the first team in the tournament to do so. The team remains on a long unbeaten run at Afcon, showing consistent defensive and offensive strength. Senegal's rhythm has been steady, balancing veteran leadership and emerging talent, especially intriguing contributions from youth players. Listen to the expert analysis from football experts Olowoporoku Adeniyi on the quarterfinal clash between Mali and Senegal.
Senegal has been the most complete team in this tournament, not just defensively solid, but aggressive, proactive and ruthless. This isn't just the old Senegal that waits for moments. Under Papetel, they are a high transition, multi-level threat. They are the only team yet to have won 3 matches by 2-goal margin, which tells you one thing. They are not just yet to finish games, they are yet to win games. They average 62% ball possession, 14 shots on target, and they've looked comfortable throughout this entire Afcon. Even though yes, they can be defensively vulnerable, who isn't? But when they score first and they are on point, it's very difficult for you to stop the Senegalese team. And looking at their star player is Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane has been the soul of the team. We've also seen improvements from players like Mbaye coming from the bench. Papa Gueye has also contributed a lot from midfield with some of the beautiful goals that he has scored, ensuring that this Senegalese team looks a bit more balanced. And comparing eras of Senegalese teams, the team that won the Afcon a few years ago, the difference between them and this current team is just about squad depth. The team that won the Afcon in 2019 or 2018, was filled with a lot of resilient victories. They won a lot of games by 1-0, penalties. But this Senegal team has scored a lot of goals. You can see players like Mbaye, you can see Diatta, the right back, bombing from the right. So I believe that this squad is better than the previous squad, and Nicolas Jackson is leading the lines. They also have Dia coming up from the bench. This Senegalese squad feels better than the last squad. We all know that in this Afcon, Senegal likes to set up with a 4-2-3-1 formation with Nicolas Jackson leading the line and the fullbacks, Jacobs and Diatta, bombing from the wing. They actually push very high, and this is on purpose because they know that if they have their fullbacks pushing high, they can always stretch teams, then make the cutback for Papa Gueye. And we all know that Mali, they like to set up defending narrow and compact. Senegal's plan will be to stretch the pitch horizontally and force the low block to break. With a lot of transitions, we're likely to see Sadio Mane coming from the left, doing 1 or 2 things, just trying to dismantle the team. The Senegalese team can also use set pieces. They are quite good from set pieces. So Mali has a lot that is going to come against them. And once the Mali team is able to shift in terms of their defense, they can easily strike. We've seen Senegal score a lot of goals from those little quick transitions that tend to happen when the defense is not focused. And looking at the Malian squad, their weakest link is their discipline. They've gotten 2 red cards in their last 2 games, and they have one of their best defenders, Woyo Koulibaly, currently suspended. And what Senegal is likely to do is that they are going to bomb the position that he plays with their wingers like Ismail Assar, Mbaye, and I expect to see the fullbacks like Jacob and Diatta leverage the new player that is going to be coming in to replace Koulibaly. It was a huge blow for them, but they were able to cope against Tunisia. But the Senegalese team is more ruthless, and I expect Senegal to be able to take advantage of that. With regards to the debate of Bissouma and Mane, I don't really think it's much of a debate. Bissouma is more of a cultured midfielder that likes to control the tempo of the game, while Sadio Mane is someone that thrives in chaos. And we all know that knockout football is not about control, it's about execution. Sadio Mane has that capability to take a few touches in the game and transform the match. That's why he has had a lot of assists and he has had a lot of goals in this Afcon, ensuring that he's able to influence the game. Yes, he's getting older, but you can't compare his influence to Bissouma. Bissouma has been yanked off about 3 to 4 times in this Afcon. Why not playing very well? I think the last match was the only game that he finished against Tunisia because of the red card. So he has not been able to influence the Afcon as much as Mane, and it's not really a debate. You can't compare a former African Footballer of the Year to Yves Bissouma. And I expect that Sadio Mane is going to be able to control the game using his inflow, because one of the things that he does is he chooses when to pass. Even the time that the goal that Mbaye scored was crafted by Sadio Mane, a very beautiful transition pass that beats the last man, allowing Mbaye to run and score. So I expect Mane to be more influential. And in terms of my tournament outlook, I expect Senegal to go as far as the final, because the Senegalese team is the most balanced team. They have quality defenders, they have a decent goalkeeper, they have an excellent midfield. It is Zagay mopping up any loose balls. They have Ndiaye, he has not come out alight, but we know his quality from his games at Everton. Mane, Ismail Assar, if Nicholas Jackson is not in form, they have Buladia that can come in from the bench and do the work. And also, in terms of the most impressive team that I've seen in the Afcon so far, I would say the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The expectations were quite low for them coming into the Afcon after going out unceremoniously in the World Cup qualifiers to DR Congo. But Nigeria has been impressive. Eric Chell has been an impressive tactician. They've been scoring goals for fun. The only thing is just that their defense. If their defense can hold, we can see Nigeria versus Senegal in the final, where we have the most attack-minded team versus the most balanced team. And that's the team that I feel has done well so far. But Senegal, I expect Senegal to make at least the final. Once they defeat Mali, they are going to play either Egypt or Cote d'Ivoire, and I expect them to defeat either of the national teams.